Hello, everyone, and happy Saturday. Please enjoy this amazing video from my friend Michelle. She is Stamp Booker here on YouTube. I will link her channel in the description box below. And if you could go over and say hello to her, give her a follow. I'm sure she would love it, and enjoy her beautiful video.
Hello, my scrappy friends. It's Michelle, and I am known as the Stamp Booker here on YouTube and Instagram. And I am here today to do a video of something I have never done before, but I have wanted to. So I have wanted to create a memory planner, like my friend Sarah at Sarah Scraps. She has been doing one for a few years now, and I just watch her videos and think about how I'd like to do it. So this is the year I'm going to actually do it. I'm super excited. She and I actually accidentally bought the same Happy Planner. Apparently there's only so many in this size. That's like, I don't know, 8.5 by 11. Let's see. It's an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper will fit in it. It's a little bit bigger, but I have used these as planners before, but not as a memory planner, more for my business. So let me take a peek into here. So here I had written down some things. All right, so I'm going to pull this spread out. And set this aside. I know there's a glare right here, so let's see if I can help that. Put this here and this here. And so I went through my photos to see what had been going on this first few days of January. And I contemplated adding these last 2 days of December in here, but I feel like I have so many photos on these 2 days, I don't know what I would put. For one thing, all of my kids were still here. My daughter and son-in-law were here for Christmas, and they left on the 31st. And my son was still here. He's home from college, or he was home from college. So I looked at my photos, and there's a whole bunch of photos. So I don't really know how to summarize these 2 days. Mostly on this 30th, because they left early on the 31st, and I had a design team project due with Keep It Simple. It was actually due on the 30th, and I didn't get it done till the 31st. So that's what I did New Year's Eve in the evening, is I worked on that. And so, I mean, I just think I want to start off with the new year. So what I'm thinking is, I printed some photos, and I used my Epson PictureMate 400, and there's a few ways to do these collages. I sometimes use the Print to Size app. Sometimes I use the Project Life app. Today I used my Epson PictureMate app that makes collages, because I had measured these boxes, and they're basically 2-ish by 3-ish. And so if you take a 4x6 piece of photo paper and put 4 photos on there, you're gonna get 2x3s. So I have actually 6 photos for this first week, but because I didn't want to waste my photo paper, I went ahead and printed 2 photos that will go on this week. Okay, So the first thing I'm going to do is I will cut them down, and I figured I would just use my little trimmer. I don't know what it is, but even when I use this trimmer and I like put it at 3, it never cuts it exactly where the photos are supposed to be cut. But let's see. Yep, there's a little bit of that photo down there, so I'll just trim it just a little. And then this one should be cut at 2. And it looks like there's a little bit over here. So I'm really excited about this because as I look through the photos, I think about how if I document them here, I don't have to make a full layout about it, right? So like this is a photo of a morning devotional book that I bought, and I'm doing this with some friends online. And so I took a photo of the day. Well, it was supposed to be the day it came in. I actually just took it yesterday, but it doesn't matter when I took it. This is a photo of my son watching a Liverpool soccer game. He's very into soccer, so he's got his shirt on and his scarf. And then here's a photo of this awful Christmas puzzle I bought that we usually put a puzzle together over the holidays, and this one was so hard that it didn't get done. And I almost put it up, and then I decided to put it together myself, and so this is the beginnings of it. And this photo is the day my husband cleaned the fireplace. He cleaned, well, the chimney. He cleaned the chimney, so he put plastic there. And so I thought it looked funny with the Christmas decorations still up, or partially up, I guess you'd say. So, you know, and sometimes I think, well, I don't live a very exciting life. And really, I just don't need to compare my life to somebody else's life. My kids are grown. We are empty nesters and basically retired. So, yeah, it's a little slower and a little more quiet at my house. But I feel like it's kind of like much deserved. You know, like we ran and chased kids and went to sporting events and all of that, and now we're not. So one thing, let's see, photo of Finn in the pasture. So I wrote these little notes out right here, which I'm glad, because now I can't look at my phone because I'm using my phone. But on the first, we could not find my dog, and so we live out in the country, and I see this needs trimmed down a little bit more. He had gone through an open gate that's not normally left open, but it was left open, and he followed my husband through that gate. My husband did not know it, and we couldn't find him anywhere, and we found him way back behind my mom's house. And so he has not been outside of our yard area in like 2 years. So that was scary to find him. At first we thought he was just, so my mom and I, we both have houses out here, and he loves to go to Grammy's house, and we figured he was just over at her house. He likes to go visit. Okay, somehow I did not get a photo of my Shih Tzu That was also on the 2nd. I'm going to have to print that out. I've missed it. Groceries on the 3rd. Braden watching that on the 5th. Puzzle is on the 5th. And the fireplace is also on the 1st. Okay, so on the 2nd, I'm missing a photo, and I may just add it later, but it's a photo of some of my scrappy friends where we get together and have a Zoom. And so I don't know how I missed printing that. Other than I have been sick for like 2 weeks today. I got sick, and I'm just now this week feeling like maybe I am human again. Let's see, so it's lesson 2. Like, just barely less than 2, right? Let's use a different ruler. This ruler is, here we go. 0, 0. This is just barely less than 2. Okay. Let's cut it. That mark. Okay, so for the rest of the video, I'm just going to do a voiceover. I wanted to say that I used a collection called Penguin Party from Keep It Simple. My goal is to not buy new things for this planner, but rather to pull out collections that I have already used. I plan on using this collection for the entire month of January, and then I'll probably pull out a Valentine's collection for February. Also, my plan is to use photos of everyday life, ones that I probably would never scrapbook in a 12 by 12 size. Most of these I can then delete from my phone and Google Photos. I plan on being better with my photo management this year. I am trying to go through January's photos several times, culling through them more than once. My Google Photo storage is set up where when I delete a photo there, it automatically deletes from my iPhone and iCloud. That way, I only have to delete them one time. Also, I realize my spread is pretty plain, but I decided that it was good enough and the photos and journaling are documented, and that's really what is important to me. I have to give myself grace and remind myself that this is my very first spread and that I have been sick for 2 weeks. So I have a question for you. Do you keep a memory planner? If not, have you ever considered it? I really think this is going to fill in some gaps in my scrapbooking while not taking up as much room as a scrapbook, nor will it cost as much. I mean, when you think about the cost of a full 12 by 12 scrapbook and the cost of the album, the cost of the page protectors, the cost of all of the paper and the embellishments. I mean, I don't like to think about what I actually spend on scrapbooking, but I really do like the idea of using things that I already have, maybe using a collection almost to the end. And I see in this Penguin Party that there's a lot of embellishments to make birthday cards, and so I will probably, after I finish using this in January, I will make some birthday cards with it. They make nice, it's a really cute winter collection, so why not? And I know I'm using it, it's like snow themed, and there's no snow in these photos, but there actually is, the actually are some snow photos later in the month. My son goes to school in Houston, and Houston actually got snow. So there will be some actual winter photos to put in there. I considered a lot of different stamp sets for this. In the end, I just decided to make it pretty simple, and I figured that I will learn as I go, and I will find more things that I would like to use in it. Maybe some kind of journaling cards or something to hold my journaling. Now, I haven't quite got to it yet, but when I decided to write down my journaling, I was a little afraid to write it straight on the paper. So what I did is I wrote it all in pencil, and then I wrote it in pencil, and then I wrote it again on a scrap piece of paper, erased the pencil with a really good white eraser, and then rewrote it with a black pen. So here I am doing that. And that's just because I was afraid I might mess up, and I didn't want to. Oh, and if you look at my January stamp, I stamped the year upside down. It's 2025 upside down, and oh well. I like the look of it. I just didn't think that through. And I did end up coloring it in with an alcohol marker, and it did bleed through onto the other side. So when I do this again, I will stamp and die cut. There's some dies that go with these stamps. So I will stamp and die cut and then put them on the memory planner paper where it won't have a chance to bleed through to the other side. So I really appreciate you stopping by and watching my video, and I hope that I have inspired you today. And if you want to see some really pretty memory planning, go check out Sarah Scrap's channel. I'll leave a link down below. She uses some really great product, and she has been doing it a while, and her planners are just beautiful. And like I said, she's the one that inspired me to do this. So go check out her channel and her planners, and I will just leave some music now. Thank you.